Okay, this is the Mutibo uh, project for the Capstone project. This is a screencast for it, and I'll take you through the. I'll try to take you through the rubric and cover all the different points. Obviously, the rubric is covered on many different screens, so sometimes it'll cover two or three things at once. So, okay, so if you can see here on my screen, I have the emulator up. Plus, I have the cloud service running locally on the right hand side. So you should be able to see movement between the two. So on the first screen on the emulator, I have the login with Amazon, login, and play as guest. So first we'll play as guest, and you can see what they don't see is playing as guest. It's not authenticated or anything, it's just play as guest. Okay, so let's hit play as guest, and here we go. And so the play as guest just comes out here. They get play and show rules. So when we play as Amazon or if we play as a regular player, you'll see more choices there. Okay, so if you hit play, then you'll go out here and play the game. Um, you can see on the right hand side it says set excluded, so that covers one of the rubrics. And in the log, there is a rubric setting, so FDAR is functional, uh, is a functional part of the rubric. The BPR is the basic project requirements. So anyway, so let's go back to the screen here, and we'll just pick a screen. Just pick one. Despicable Me Banana. That sounds like the winner, and it was. Okay, that looked pretty different, huh? Okay, so we come out here, and here's the explanation uh, and how they're related. So each of the movies sets have three similar movies by the genre, and one by a different genre. And so that's how I just made it automatically based upon the TMDB um, movie library that's out there. Um, so they have a genre listing, and you can go ahead and pick by genre. And it seemed like it was a pretty simple way to do this differentiation. Okay, so they can rate the set. So that's a 5 because you're 1. So why wouldn't it be a 5? Okay. All right. So this one looks like maybe that one might be it. Yes, it was. Okay, that was pretty easy. All right. So I'll go back to the first screen here. So now, of course, up here you have a clock for the guests. They always play with 1,000 seconds, so that's more than enough time to cheat and figure out what the game is and everything. Over here you have number of wins and losses, and here you have this number right here is the set number, which just helps to go through the database and find out that it's working right. Um, anyways, okay, so let's pick that one, and that one was a win. Boy, I'm doing really good here. So, so I think we played enough of guessed. So let's go back. We'll hit escape and go back, escape, and now and escape one more time. We're out. And let's play as a different player now. Okay? Let's play as login with Amazon. So you hit login with Amazon. It'll go out there. It'll authenticate you, and if you're already signed in, it will show you the information about who is signed in. I won't take you through the whole dialogue as to how to sign in. It pretty much says that you're Amazon. Comes back, you hit the continue button. It's just confirming that you want to play Mutibo movie Think Fast, and so I've gone out there and registered this application just in test mode, and so then you see how it came back, and so now we can play. So let's see. So now you see we have our preferences button, so because we're authenticated, so we have that button. Um, and so in here now you can choose what you want to play. So a series is the number of games you want to play to determine the win. So in the rules there was no rules for winning. There was just rules for losing. You could lose 3 and you lose. Otherwise, you just keep on going forever, I guess. But so I decided I would create a series. And in a series, if you win more than you lose, then you win the series. So if you win 6 out of 11, you win that series. 4 out of 11, 4 out of 7. But if you lose 3, you lose. Okay? So I stuck with that rubric. Uh, all right, so let's and then you have the time to make a choice. You can do no limit, which is 1,000 seconds, which allows you no time to cheat and everything to win the game. So, but 20 is pretty good, so you probably can't cheat then. Okay, so let's do 20 and 11. Oh, let's go 20 and 7. Okay, so let's start a series. And you get a flavor for that. None of that, you can see how that works. Let's pick 42. That's a loss. I don't really know movies that well. I used to go to movies a lot, but now, the last 10 years or so, I haven't gone to movies very much. All right, so here we go. Dumb and Dumber. Let's pick that one. That sounds good. Hey, I won one. There you go. All right, so let's just go through the rubric. As you can see on the right-hand side here, the server is responding under different situations. Let's go to the sets now, since we've got new buttons. The sets will just show you the ratings that you've picked out there. The game, I didn't notice which game we were playing, but you can see we played today quite a bit, trying to get this thing working. So, and it's 6:23 here, so you probably be 7:23 on the clock because it's Eastern time for some reason. So now we're ahead of me. But anyways, okay. So you hit escape, you go back. You can look at the games. Probably haven't played the games yet. Oh, we played lots of games. Okay. So we play lots of games and we've used lots of seconds. So what this is here is it shows you the number of games that the number of points you won, the time, and the last genre. That was the last genre and the last set. And then here is the elapsed time. That doesn't really seem to be working very well as far as calculating how much time you used, but I don't care. Anyways, so next game. Let's get play and see what we go here. Let's see if we can lose 3 here. Sex and the Emperor looked like a sure loss there. So let's see if we can lose here and see what happens then. Because that will cover probably all the rubrics here. Series hasn't got anything in it. Probably, maybe series does have something in it. Nope, nothing for series because you haven't won anything yet. Okay, so let's see. How about Troy? We lost. Okay. So there we go. We lost. We got 3 losses. As you can see, the game is over. And you can see the screen has switched here from play, show rules, preferences, from choose another game. Okay. So while you're playing, it does that choose another game. Okay. So there you got 4. Let's give that one 4 stars because we lost. That sounds good. And now you're back to here. Okay. Let's hit play again. And as you can see, it kind of shuffled it, but it kind of is stuck on the time here. So that's a bug. I did have it working one time where it was going through the time pretty good, but I changed something and it's not working anymore. So we don't care. We just have to go on. You know, Saturday and we have to go on. So we do care about what we're going to do. All right, so we hit that. We don't have anything in the series probably because we haven't won anything yet. Okay. So that was a misstep there. But okay, we'll hit next game. And now you see it has moved on and the time is there. So let's see if we can do anything here. You lose, okay? All right. So there we go. And then we didn't even pick something there. So as you can see, it didn't bother to update, I don't think. It shouldn't have updated here. Titanic 2000. And here we lost again. Okay. So let's go back to here. We'll show you the rules. Here's the simple rules of the game. You can hit ready. So we play as Amazon, we play as guest. Now let's play as a regular, just player, not Amazon. We'll call them player 1. Alright, so here we go. You can see what player 1 has. He's authenticated. He's an authenticated user, but he's not an Amazon user. Okay, so let's say he wants no limit on series, so he wants 11 and 20. Let's go back in there. You can see over here it updated here, and you have 11 and 20, so it obviously updated. Okay, so you can go back to the rules here. You can start the series. So let's go to the rules and then back to the series. Okay, So all those buttons work pretty well. Okay, now if you hit play, let's just play a quick game here. Let's see if we can lose 3 times. That'll be the best thing to do. Alright, you can see, I think the longest yard is probably the winner there. Nope, it doesn't. So you can see that it's, you lost the similar movies there. Okay, sports. Alright, next game. Hey, and I lost there. Okay, so that pretty much covers the different areas of the rubric. Let me just go through. I think we saw the that the app supported different usable accounts. We saw different facing screens. We saw an activity, and so the sets here. This is a content provider, so this information gets stored in the content provider as well as the server. And so that gives me an easy way to bring back the information for the content, from the content provider, show you what's been stored so far. The same way with games and series. As you can see, it's interacting with a Spring service. I guess we can go up here and show you that it is indeed a Spring service. I don't know if you see that on the screen or not. Probably not. Too bad. Okay. But you can see we're starting there. Spring framework rate is right there. So okay. So and interacts over HTTP. We easily saw that we went through 3 different navigational screens. And we had sound playback. It says you lose, you win, when depending upon how the result of your game. Also have a chronometer, but I don't think that qualifies as animation. So as you can see, the clock was playing there for the chronometer. And it supports one off the UI thread. So all these calls to the server you've been seeing here are on async task. So that's on a background thread. Okay, so number 1, a unit is data that consists of 4 titles. Okay, so that was, you can see that everything was 4 titles, and on the game results it showed you the reason, like right here. Okay. Player should be logged in using an authenticated user account. Got that, except for it's not going over HTTPS, so I never got to that part. Okay. Single game represents a series of guesses until the user has made 3 incorrect guesses. So we saw that. After reviewing a set, a user will be able to rate a set based on the explanation of links. We did that. The poor rankings, we saw that. Uh-oh, it rebooted on us. Well, it has been doing that on me continuously. We also saw we got points, and all data will be stored on and retrieved from a web-based service accessible in the cloud. So we got that. Okay. So what we don't have, this is all working with a MySQL database, and unfortunately I never got the JPA portion of it to work very well, so I went with JDBC. So I hope that's not terrible. I noticed that in the forums that most people used the JPA. So I don't know what you'll do to me on that. So we'll go with what we got. So that's pretty much it.